Wait, I forgot the sweetness. Oh, that's not good. Hey y'all, it's about 7:30, very early for me. My G baby has been irritable. He had some immunization shots a few days ago, and he just hasn't been himself. So it's kind of been keeping me up all night, stressed out. But I'm going to do raw foods. Well, I'm gonna say rawish because being raw is like a deep dive into all the different foods that you can and cannot eat, and everybody have all their different versions of it. So I just like to show y'all what I eat in a day, rawish. Your girl do some complicated things, and um, my friend said you need to break these up into different videos because you make things too hard. I really don't know. I may show y'all some easy recipes. I may show y'all some difficult. Just bear with me. I'm gonna do what I can because I want to give y'all the world. I just have a lot going on, but I promise you that these recipes that I will show you and the details that you will get, because I have a whole bunch of things and I did not plan this out. Like it's really hard for me to say, oh, I'm a content creator. I'm a chef that loves to cook, who creates content, and what you see is what you get. Let's start with these walnuts, and it's a mess. I haven't even cleaned up this morning. Like, yeah, this is as real as it gets. I went to Aldi's yesterday to get some walnuts, and this is all that they had, which was some cashews, walnuts, and macadamia nuts. So I'm gonna actually dig in these bags and separate the nuts. You can make so many different things from raw nuts, whether it's raw, like making your meats, your milks, your cheeses, your sour creams. I'm gonna soak all of these in some water to start the process. Typically, you want to do this overnight or at least 6 hours, depending on what it is that you're going to make. So let's go ahead and get started. All right, we're gonna start off by making our raw carrot tuna. Now, this is so old school for me, and I have a bigger juicer, but this one was sent to me by Dash a couple years ago, so this is not a sponsored post, but they sent me this, and I actually like this little compact juicer. And I'll make sure I put the details below so you all can find it too. Like if you're not big on juicing, this is like super perfect because it's not a huge investment. But I went ahead and juiced about 4 large carrots and 2 pieces of celery. Next, I put that into the bowl and I kept the pulp and I set the juice aside and put it in a mason jar and make sure I label it because later on I'll add some lemons and some other fruits to that. I add in my Dijon mustard, and then I'm also going to add in some pickle relish and some sea salt. Now, with the dill pickle relish, there's so many different information about it being raw or not, so that's totally up to you to decide. You can actually make it yourself if you choose to. This next, I'm making my vegan mayo, raw mayo at that, and that's just some cashews and a little bit of water, salt, and lemon juice. And you want to make sure it's nice, thick, and creamy. You're going to go ahead and add that to the bowl, and then give that a nice mix around. I added my coconut aminos, and you see I'm not using vegan Worcestershire sauce. Yes, your girl is growing up, but this is how your carrot tuna should look. You should not have it too moist, but if you want to use it for like tuna salad, things like that, you will want to make a little bit more mayo. I'm going to go ahead and season my cucumbers and my avocado with my Just Magic seasoning. Now, I'm taking this Nori roasted sheet, so this is the part that makes it not so raw, but you can use those rice paper spring roll sheets to do the same thing if you want to be completely raw with it, or you could even put this in lettuce wrap. But I find that this is absolutely delicious and really the best you ever had. So I'm just going to leave that right there. So next I'm going to give this a tight roll. I am not a sushi maker, y'all. I never claim to be. All I know is how to make flavors pop, okay? So you want to make sure you take a sharp knife and you cut those into 3 pieces. And the prettier you layer it, the prettier it will be. But this is what mine look like. Okay, let's try it while we have Gracie's corner in the background. And for obvious reasons, I have to do a voiceover on this part, but given this the first try, I was pleasantly surprised at how delicious this is. For me not to be a raw vegan chef, and my roll tastes better than any raw tuna, carrot, sushi roll I ever had. Listen, I'm patting myself on the back about 50,011 times. And I can't wait for y'all to try and let me know what you think. Now, this pasta is going to be absolutely delicious, and it does have several different steps. And we're going to start off by making our mushroom walnut mixture that you're going to be able to use for multiple recipes. So this is the base of it, and do not fret, I'll make sure I put more details in the description box below. As with anything, seasoning is very key when you're making your mushroom walnut mixture, especially for it to be raw. And this makes a large amount, so you can actually cut this recipe in half. And if you do not have my Red House seasoning, you are missing out. So I'll make sure I put that in the description box below as well. I'm going to put this to the side, and then I'm just going to put it in the container. And that's going to be like our base for like tacos, nachos, spaghetti, anything that's going to be using like ground meat, even like lettuce wraps. And we could just adjust the flavor. So if we need more like jalapenos, or we need something like with more taco seasoning, things that like different flavors. I'm going to pour. That is a lot of ground meat, child. Now I feel like I need to make like lasagna. So let me get this cleaned up, and we're gonna work on the rest of our pasta. So it's super easy. We're gonna make our pesto, and we're gonna make our bolognese. It's still too much for the recipe itself. Like, so saving these items will be good, but you just want to make sure that you reuse these items. Wait, I forgot the sweetness. Oh, that's not good. My Just Magic season. Oh, that tastes like a gazpacho. Okay, let's add a date in here. Ooh, that took me aback, y'all. A little bit more coconut aminos. So much better. Oh my God. Now, when making our pesto, we're going to start off by adding our garlic. We'll add in some raw almonds, and you do not have to soak these, some olive oil, lemon juice, basil, oregano, salt, and spinach. You can even make this with kale or any green that you would like. I would not use collard greens because that flavor would not be good. It would be bitter. But this is what it's going to look like. And you want to make sure you post this so it'll be nice and chunky. And to make your sauce, you mix your tomato sauce and you mix your vegan meat mixture. And I decided to use zucchini noodles for this. Now, I am a pesto lover girl, so I add lots of pesto to mine. You can add as little or as much as you would like. Then you're going to top it with your bolognese, and I know I'm saying that incorrectly. Then we're going to make our hemp seed Parmesan cheese. And when I tell you, this thing is amazing, the texture is perfect on it, and it's absolutely delicious. And then we garnish it with some spinach strips and some tomatoes, and voila. Of course, I would do the taste test with no audio, but let's just say that this was absolutely amazing. I really had to have a come to Jesus meeting because I thought for a minute, like, I'm going to go fully raw vegan. But then I was like, no, I like my fried foods too much. But no, seriously, The way that I combine these flavors, and I've done raw vegan food before, it's just been a while. I forgot how dope I really can make everything taste. And when I say I cannot wait for you all to try these recipes out and let me know what you think about in the comments below. If you want to see more videos like this, let me know as well. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe. And I'll see you next time on Say What is Vegan. I'm Chef Joya. Ciao.